group of women. And our next speaker is another example of that. So she is a person who very much is about raising the profile of the abilities and talents of those with so-called disabilities. And it gives me great pleasure in welcoming to the stage Lois Strachan. Lois, please take the stage.
My husband says that the best way to get me to do something is to tell me that I probably won't be able to do it. The problem is, he's right. That's one of the reasons I'm standing up here tonight speaking at Pecha Kucha, because somebody, not my husband, told me that I wouldn't be able to do it. I became blind when I was 21 years old. It's quite common amongst diabetics. In fact, 60% of people with diabetes suffer some form of serious eye problems. But I remember sitting in that hospital room after the doctors broke the news and panicking. How on earth was I going to cope with this? Right. Eventually, I realized I had a choice. I could go home and give up, or I could choose to take back control of my life and learn the skills that I would need to live as a blind person in a sighted world. Do you think it was a hard decision? Nuh-uh. Let me tell you, the next 12 months were horrible. I had to learn all these new skills. Not only did I have to deal with my own shock at losing my sight, but I had to deal with the shock of those closest to me. And sadly, some of my closest friends couldn't deal with it and chose to step away. As I struggled through all these challenges, I understood a fundamental truth. I learned that attitude is key. That if I could only find a way to keep positive, to feed my positivity, I would be able to move forward in my life. So I did what any self-respecting, newly blind, 20-something-year-old girl would do. I joined a rock band. And that gave me the courage to learn those new skills. When I was playing music, everything else just melted away. Music gave me the space to regather my energy and regather what I needed to top up my positivity tank. Almost from the day I joined that rock band, people started commenting about how positive I was. And even today, I hear that quite a lot. The secret is, if ever I have one of those inevitable bad days, when my positivity levels drop, I reach for my music. Are you in a stressful job? Do you find yourself under pressure at work constantly, surrounded by others who are under pressure? Maybe you, despite your best intentions, land up taking that stress, that negativity back home with you at the end of the day. If you recognize yourself in that description, maybe you need to take the time to top up your positivity tank. What I'm going to share with you this evening are a few of the very many techniques that you might use to do so. Think about the things that you love to do in your leisure time. Maybe like me, you love music, either playing an instrument or just listening. Maybe you could use music to snap you out of that stress cycle and to ease you back to be able to take the breath that you need. Maybe reading is your choice, losing yourself in a good book or in a magazine, and finding a way to unwind from the demands of the day and those annoying work challenges and deadlines that insist on accompanying you home from work, spinning in your brain, sapping your positivity. Maybe you would prefer something more active. My husband Craig is an avid runner, and he swears that getting out on the road after work gives him the chance to de-stress and to top up his positivity tank. It certainly makes them more fun to be around if you get out on the road on a regular basis. Here's an option for those of you who think that you'd really like a strenuous option to manage to get rid of that stress and that frustration. Sometimes we have to take the time to empty ourselves of negativity before we can start to regather the positive. Let's go back for something a little more peaceful. Maybe you'd like to relax out of stress back into positivity by centering yourself through meditation or another form of relaxation therapy, or possibly even just treating yourself to an aromatherapy massage. Or maybe you're one of the people who likes to ease away from the day in front of the TV or in front of a movie. Both are great ways of breaking that cycle of stress. There are just so many ways that you could choose to top up your positivity tank. Re-energized by people? Maybe you need to take the time to top up your positivity tank at the coffee machine at work, or the water dispenser, or maybe even spending some quality time with family and friends around a braai. Here's the thing. If your positivity tank levels drop, you will become more stressed, less productive. You'll have less energy, and you'll find that it's really difficult to achieve even simple tasks. And believe me, that is not a good place for anyone to be. So whatever method you choose, you need to top up your positivity tank on a regular basis. Because as we all know, stress is a renewable resource. But if you have just the knowledge that you can top up your tank, and you know how to do it, that will help you to manage your stress. I'm sure there are one or two cynics out there thinking that's too simplistic. I mean, if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it, right? But let me ask you this. What have you got to lose by trying? More importantly, what have you to gain? So come on, give yourself a break and top up your positivity tank whenever you have the chance. Thank you.